The last couple of weeks have been a bit of a blur, so in this video I'm sharing a few highlights. My fiancée absolutely smashing her driving test and heading out on her own, a couple of things that I've had going on, and how I usually unwind after a busy week. So first off, my fiancée, who is from South Korea, finally passed her UK driving test. She had a license in Korea, but driving in the UK is different because we drive manual cars and our roads are much more complex. Now that she has her license, she can commute to work herself, but I've been joining her to help with her confidence. It's weird being a passenger in my own car, but I fully assumed my role as chief passenger princess. We picked up some P plates to let other drivers know she's recently passed, which seems to make people beep at her less if she's a little slow at roundabouts or junctions. Sometimes she would get a little nervous about parking if there was someone behind her, in which case I'd jump in and help out. However, on the whole she did really well and I was really proud of her. Beyond that, I've spent a good chunk of my evenings recently running. I'm not a great runner, and I find it absolutely ridiculous how much effort it takes to be even a mediocre runner. I'm training for a couple of half marathons over the coming months, and was lucky enough to secure a place in Valencia Marathon later this year. I've run a couple of half marathons before and have PB'd every time, so I'm hoping to keep up that streak. With that said, it's cold, dark and rainy as it's winter at the moment, and I've become a bit of a treadmill hermit. I'm hoping to change that in the future, however, I'm happy that I'm at least doing something. As always working a corporate job, I'm busy throughout the week. My days have been really busy going into the city and getting a lot done. I have quite a bit on my plate at the moment, but I'm pretty fortunate as I don't get any real stress out of work. I wonder whether it's a personality trait or if it's because I have a good work-life balance. Alongside my day job, I've also recently started a role as a voluntary treasurer and trustee at a local charity. It's a nice opportunity as it lets me get new skills, engaging in board meetings, whilst also offering my skill set to a charity. This week I led a financial committee meeting to discuss the budget going into the next financial year, which was a unique challenge. I tend to enjoy trying new things, so I've been liking it a lot. With that said, I do find myself balancing a lot of things and I really don't want to burn out. Following the financial committee, myself and other trustees had a board meeting which wrapped up the voluntary work for a while. In order to balance everything I have on my plate and have a well-rounded lifestyle, I fill the remainder of my free time doing things which are purely fun and don't require any brain power. This weekend, my fiancée and I met a couple of friends where we had food, played tennis and baked Dubai Junto cookie, which translates roughly to Dubai chewy cookies, which is a trend in Korea at the moment. Among the four of us, I'm the only one who isn't Korean, but my Korean is conversational enough that we can speak in Korean when we meet. It's a great opportunity for me to practice my Korean with someone who isn't my partner, but I do have to focus a lot when we speak and my brain hurts after a while. None of us are very good at tennis, but it was good fun to play. The cookies that I said are a trend in Korea at the moment apparently retail for about £2 a go, so when we made a dozen of them, we were practically rich. They were also delicious. And finally, in the evenings, my partner and I usually just chill either reading together or watching TV. Lately, the new season of Solo Jiok or Singles Inferno has been airing, so we're really into that. Previously, I absolutely detested dating shows, but for some reason I find this one interesting and I'm invested. I think it's because it seems less cheesy to me as they're speaking in Korean rather than English. And that about wraps it up. Those are the highlights of my last couple of weeks. Thanks for watching until the end, and drop me a comment if you have any thoughts.